I am the man!
All right, Ryan, here we go for tonight's main event. This match has been months in the making as Jeremy Wyatt, the Monarch, and Jack Foster have engaged in absolute war in the rings of the NWL.
And obviously, Jeremy Wyatt and the Foundation have been always victorious. We saw the lumberjack match. We saw a lot of stuff go down here in the NWL. Jeremy Wyatt has continued to show why he is the king of Kansas City, and he's going to put an end to it tonight because he's putting on one of his specialty matches for all these great fans in the NWL, a dog collar match, and he's going to rip the neck straight off that Sasquatch Jack Foster.
Fans, let us remind you that this match will be shown in its entirety this week on NWL TV. The stakes do not get any higher. This is NWL's first ever dog collar match.
And obviously, if you've never seen a dog collar match, these things can get pretty brutal. I mean, obviously, just the yanking on the neck. You know, sometimes dog collars, not necessarily, sometimes a chain match, not necessarily around the neck. But this one, of course, with that dog collar both around their necks. I mean, just think about it, just a slip of someone outside that ring slips off that top rope, something like that. The other guy gets yanked around and can cause permanent damage. So you look at a guy like Jack Foster, like right there, he's a monster. He is a guy that can, and if you just looked at him walking down the street, you'd fall over and faint. But you know what? Jeremy Wyatt, the Monarch, is not going to let that happen. We've seen him go against guys this size, and he takes them down, including Jack Foster. He's done it multiple times before.
True indeed, Jeremy Wyatt has always seemed to manage to be one up on the monster Jack Foster, the reclusive giant of the NWL. But one thing's for sure, Jeremy Wyatt is a king of that wrestling ring. That's why we call him the Monarch. And let's go down to Midnight Guthrie for tonight's introductions.
Wrestling fans, welcome to Main Event City. For the first time ever in the National Wrestling League, this is a dog collar chain match. Introducing first, representing the Foundation from Kansas City, weighing 191 pounds, he is the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt. And his opponent from Blackwater, Missouri, weighing 296 pounds, towering at 6 feet 10 inches tall, this is Jack Foster.
Look at the scowl on Jack
Your
Foster's
referee, Nick
face.
Chen, only here to determine a winner. No holds barred in this one.
Look at this, is Nick Chen. Look, the diminutive Nick Chen trying to put on that collar around the Sasquatch, as I keep calling him, Jack Foster. Can you get even around that hair?
Look at Nick Chen having the daunting task of blocking these two combatants.
You see his hands trembling? He can't even get it on, this referee. It's pathetic.
Look at the eyes of Jeremy Wyatt. He means business here tonight. He means to rid the NWL of Jack Foster. And the only thing separating these two athletes is 12 feet of steel chain. This thing is not going to be for the weak of heart. And Jeremy Wyatt started off with a bang here. Trying to fire some forearm strikes. Look
That's
at
exactly
that
what he
chain.
needs to do. He needs to just keep attacking the big man because, you know, that's the only way he's going to take him off his vertical base, which he's done plenty of times in the past.
We've seen Jeremy Wyatt and Jack Foster engage in war, as I said at the top of this match, throughout the rings of the NWL. Whoa, look at that, flipping Jeremy Wyatt over, using the momentum of that chain. One thing's for sure, Jeremy Wyatt has always managed to pick apart the giant Jack Foster, whether it's his wrist, his hand, his arm, his leg. Jeremy Wyatt wants to chop down the giant tree of Jack Foster.
You're absolutely right. That's what you have to do. You have to take this guy down. And look at this.
Oh, clotheslines him over the top rope. And there is nowhere, and conspicuous, may I absence is the devil himself, Michael Strider.
Well, Ace Steel, Carolina. I mean, yeah, Jeremy Wyatt has a lot of friends. Thanks for bringing that up again. Jack Foster has none. He lived in some kind of like cabin in the woods for 20 years.
Oh, look at this. Look at Jack Foster pulling up Jeremy Wyatt by his throat. And they're dropping the neck over the top rope goes Jeremy Wyatt. Jeremy Wyatt with the cat-like reflexes. Getting back in the ring, and that's not going to help that. Got him up in that choke slam. Looked like he might have been going for a double choke slam there.
Looks like he was just trying to choke him out. What are you talking about? Giving him credit for a choke slam. He had his hands wrapped around his neck trying to choke him.
Now Jeremy Wyatt falls unceremoniously to the floor here at the Scottish Rite Temple. There is an odd hush over the crowd here in the Scottish Rite Temple. Everybody watching this match intently, waiting for that first big blow to be delivered from that chain.
I mean, they don't, obviously a lot of these people have probably never seen a dog collar match with such a big steel chain like this. It's an interesting format in professional wrestling. This is something that can get completely brutal. Watch this.
Oh, he almost tried to decapitate Jeremy Wyatt with that chain.
Thank goodness he ducked.
Now he's firing the right hand and a headbutt to the top of the head of Jeremy Wyatt.
Now, we have seen, you talked about it, Jeremy Wyatt has gone to work in the past on Jack Foster, and totally, whether it's help from Strider, help from Ace, it doesn't matter. Jeremy Wyatt has somehow found a way to take this man down and defeat him one way or another. And, you know, we've seen him work on that hand, so he won't do the choke slam to him. But what's this?
He has him up over his shoulders. He might have been going for a snake eyes on that guardrail, and he just gets hammered with that right hand as Jeremy Wyatt spills into the danger zone here at the Scottish Rite Temple. And keep in mind, look at Jack Foster. A little bit of tug of war going on here. He wants to pull Jeremy Wyatt right back into his waiting hand so he can put more damage on the Monarch, and there's a right hand.
No, don't do this. No, come on.
And the beats of Blackwater rain out through the Scottish Rite Temple as those forearms drape across Jeremy Wyatt's exposed chest.
Have you been to Blackwater, Missouri? It's a horrible town.
Can't say that I have, but
well, who has?
Now he's pulling Jeremy Wyatt back over that guardrail here.
Come on, Wyatt needs to, he cannot let him stay standing tall and throwing him around like a rag doll like this, because it's going to cause permanent damage if he hits this chain wrapped around his neck and Jack Foster decides to go crazy.
Look at this, Jeremy Wyatt spilling to the outside. Once again, we're engaging a tug of war here. Oh gosh, his head cracked right against that ring post.
That shoulder, Nick Chin, check it out. Jeremy Wyatt too. I mean, look at this, Jack Foster. What
a brutal match we've seen so far. I mean, you can hear the flesh of the skull of Jeremy Wyatt's head cracking against that corner post there.
Come on, Wyatt, get up. No, he doesn't. This crowd's horrible. No, he's in there getting thrown around by Jack Foster. Have a little respect.
Look at that, Jeremy Wyatt crawling across into the hands of Jack Foster, and he rains down another right hand right to the top of the head.
Move! And what Jack Foster's been in complete control so far. Look, throwing him into these guardrails. Jeremy Wyatt, I don't know if I've seen him get manhandled like this before.
Oh yeah! Jeremy Wyatt might have a small laceration on top of his head from that post, and now look at that. He's choking him with that timekeeper's hammer for the bell.
Does he really need to do that? Does he really need to take the hammer away from the bell to do this damage?
When it comes to the foundation and Jack Foster, everything goes out the window. This is every man for himself. This is warfare, and he just kicked our timekeeper right in the face with that size 16 boot.
That guy's out. There goes the time. They're probably going to go way over.
And now dumping that table. Oh, he just hammered Midnight Guthrie, son of a gun!
He deserved that. Midnight Guthrie's a horrible person. Main Event City. There's Main Event City. You got a clock right in your face.
Look at the carnage that we're seeing on the outside of the ring here in the Scottish Rite Temple. Jeremy Wyatt is using everything in his power to take out Jack Foster and any bystander here, quite frankly.
Look at that mountain of man right there. You got the timekeeper.
Did he just stomp on David, the timekeeper?
He should. He should. What's he do? Why is he deserve? Who did he ever beat? Why is he out there? Midnight Guthrie, he's down. Thank goodness. If Midnight Guthrie's out, who's going to tell the crowd to watch out?
Midnight Guthrie being involved, not even being involved in this action, and getting a forearm from Jeremy Wyatt. Look at the look in the eyes of Jack Foster. Those shots are registering, and those shots are going to off the chin of the Monarch.
Come on, Jeremy. No.
Vicious headbutt sends the Monarch down, and I do believe I see a little trickle of blood coming down from the head, the hairline of Jeremy Wyatt.
Oh, come on.
This war really starting to take effect.
Now the only person left standing outside around the ring is the referee.
I think maybe Jack Foster should come up here and give you a good one right on the side.
No. Look, Jeremy Wyatt went behind the curtain over there with the chain.
Looks like Jack Foster. It's almost like fishing. Jack Foster pulling on that tight line of that steel chain.
You've never actually seen a taut line in your life.
Oh, gosh, he just came out of the backstage area and just threw that chair right into the face of Jack Foster.
That's a whopper. He caught a big one there, didn't he? Big black bass right there in the head.
Big steel chair to the face. Jeremy Wyatt. I think this was a plan all along. Maybe one of his cronies in the foundation handed him that steel chair.
Always blaming people, making assumptions. That's how you are.
Now look at this, another chair coming from mysterious places in the backstage. I smell a rat,
Mysterious
a 240-pound rat named Michael Strider.
Oh, Michael Strider's somewhere eating caviar and peeled grapes watching this match. What are you talking about? He's not back there. No.
I think he knows what caviar is. Look at Jeremy Wyatt staying on the attack after two steel chairs across the head of Jack Foster. Now right-handed. Foster just slapped the taste out of the Monarch's mouth, and it's about damn time.
Come on.
Look at those forearms hitting Jeremy Wyatt, almost knocking Wyatt over the top rope. What is Foster doing here? Setting the Monarch up on the top rope.
Every time I think Jeremy Wyatt's going to get the upper hand, Jack Foster comes straight back, acts like nothing hurts him, and then destroys Jeremy Wyatt. But come on, Jeremy, you poke the eyes. Yes.
Jeremy Wyatt gouging away, trying to find something he can do to stop the big behemoth that is Jack Foster. I mean, once you get the giant angry, it's hard to stop him, and Jeremy Wyatt needs to think of something, or Jack Foster is going to maim the Monarch here tonight.
Well, he's done what he set out to do. He wanted to get Jack Foster down off that standing position. He's got him wavering now. Pulling him back up. That's a mistake.
Nothing is seemingly phasing Jack Foster. Oh no, look at this. Wrapping the chain around the links of chain wrapping around the fist of the Monarch. Monarch picked up a victory like this in just a straight right hand right in between the eyes.
How is this fair? How is this fair to use the chain as a weapon around your hand? Come on.
Look at that. Jack Foster once again peeling Jeremy Wyatt up. Jeremy Wyatt's on Dream Street and just got hit right between the eyes. That steel chain doing the damage here tonight.
Jeremy's legs are completely rubber right now, and it's because those chain shots to the head. And look, Jack Foster dumping him to the outside.
Once again, Foster using that momentum of the chain to unceremoniously drop Jeremy Wyatt to the outside, and Jeremy Wyatt does not look good. He might be out of it here.
Well, who wouldn't be? His fist is a meat paw anyway, wrapped around with that chain. Now he's picking up a chair. No,
now Jack Foster has that chair. What is he planning to do to Jeremy Wyatt with that chair? Oh, right in the ribs. That point of the chair right in the short ribs of Jeremy Wyatt. And that'll definitely rearrange something inside of him. What is he?
What's he doing to this? Where's he putting on his head? His neck?
Oh, no.
You kidding me?
Oh no, what is the Giant planning to do here? Oh gosh, right in the neck. Right in the neck of Jeremy Wyatt.
Big
Neck
Chin
and
getting
head.
out those rubber gloves because he must smell blood. And I'm sure it's Jeremy Wyatt taking those chain shots to the head off the corner post. Now a chair around his neck. And what is Jack Foster got now?
I saw Jeremy Wyatt's head just jack. Oh gosh, look at that.
What is going on out
Oh
here?
my goodness, the brutality here is just unbelievable. I cannot believe Jeremy Wyatt is even still standing.
Well, you know, we've seen a different side of Jack Foster recently. We saw how Jack Foster talked about how he has a wife and a little child, and obviously this is fueling him today to take on Jeremy Wyatt, and it's obviously helping him to just wipe away the pain that is being caused by anything Wyatt is doing at this point, because he's fighting for them, and that doesn't bode well for the foundation and Jeremy Wyatt.
So far, this is all Jack Foster. This is months of frustration, of humiliation, of victories, of defeats, of everything the foundation has taken from Jack Foster is culminating here tonight, and Jack Foster is cashing in that whooping check on Jeremy Wyatt's butt.
Well, come on. Now, Jeremy Wyatt back up to his feet, thankfully. Come on. Now he needs to take out Jack Foster now that he has him down on one knee.
Now look at Jack Foster firing once again. Another scintillating forearm shot across the jaw of Jeremy Wyatt.
I say it once, Ben, I'll say it again. Every time that I think Jeremy Wyatt is going to get one up on Jack Foster, something else happens, and now he's wrapping his neck with that chain ring.
Now he has that chain almost in the mouth, in the jaw region of Jeremy Wyatt. Everything Jack Foster is doing here tonight is inflicting pain on the Monarch. It just tosses him. Beal tosses him with that chain around his neck and throws him halfway across the darn ring.
He's taking all the slack out of that chain, so when he throws him like that, it jerks the neck of Jeremy Wyatt even more. I mean, this is horrible, and Jack Foster's in complete control right now. There's no Strider, there's no ace. I want you to give Wyatt some credit here. He's doing this mano-y-mano.
So far, Jeremy Wyatt has tried to stand toe-to-toe with Jack Foster, and quite frankly, he's failing at it. Quite frankly,
what is this?
What does Jack Foster have in his hand?
Now, Jeremy Wyatt obviously reeling in the middle of the ring, being thrown around with that chain around his neck, and Jack Foster's loosening the turnbuckle.
Oh gosh, did you see that? That boot came out of nowhere and just hit Jack Foster in the side of the head. It looked like Jack Foster was in fact loosening the bottom rope, and I don't know what that means, but it's not good for either one of these combatants.
What would he possibly want to do? Obviously, it leads me to believe he's going to try to use that bottom rope for some kind of weapon. And look, Jeremy Wyatt obviously thinks it's a good idea because he continues to do it.
Oh, look at the blood. You're starting to see the blood soaking the hair of Jeremy Wyatt. The ravages of this war are starting to take his effect on Jeremy Wyatt. And Jeremy Wyatt laying a clubby blow to the back of Jack Foster as he loosens that bottom turnbuckle.
Look at this, and Wyatt obviously, I don't know what these two are thinking. They're destroying the ring to help destroy each other. What is this? Now he's going to choke him with. He's got that metal post now.
Look at Jeremy Wyatt like a shark that smells blood is starting to hammer down on Jack Foster. The Wyatt, the Monarch, the guy who always seems to have a plan, seems to have a perfect plan now to take out the giant Jack Foster.
He should just take that metal, that metal bar there, and just put it in his forearm and just bash the head in of Jack Foster at this point. What is this?
Here we start that game last week. If you're keeping track at home, my partner here has now wished serious harm or maim on somebody.
You're sitting there laughing at the blood-soaked hair of Jeremy Wyatt.
Oh, gosh, he's just whipping him like a government mule with that steel chain.
Like a scalded dog it was, you're right. Look at that big elbow. I hope to see that Macho Man elbow from the top with the chain. Come on.
You can see the bottom rope is just dangling now as Jeremy Wyatt and Jack, look at that, wrapping the chain. Gosh, right into the solar plexus of Jack Foster.
Break the sternum. Here we go, here's a cover. Here we go. Come on.
Look at that. Look at the carnage that this match has had, this effect that this war has had on both of these combatants. Still, Jeremy Wyatt trying to get into that second gear, dig a little extra, dig deeper, and he's going to try to put away Jack Foster. But with forearm shots like that, it's going to be really hard.
Like you said, the blood-soaked head, he's busted open. Jeremy Wyatt, Jack Foster started taking off that bottom rope. Jeremy Wyatt finished loosening that one corner, and now Jack Foster's going over there to unhook it.
Now Jack Foster using the, oh, look at that, he did it. And he might have heard you. He's got that big steel hook, and he might bash the head of the Monarch in. Oh, Monarch puts a stop to it.
Hit him with it.
He knew what was coming. Oh, he just drilled him in the side of the cheek. Did you hear that?
Thank you. Well, they both had turns on loosening the thing. Now Jeremy Wyatt gets to use it. He should just shove it in his eye, shove it somewhere to make him be able to stay down for the 3 count.
That might be the turning point that Jeremy Wyatt needed to take control of this matchup. Look at this, cranking him up into a neck breaker. And Jack Foster reverses out of it. Oh, and then he just cracked the Monarch with that steel hook. My gosh, what a match. What a brutal war we've seen here tonight on NWL TV.
Jack Foster has gone into a different level here. I mean, look at the eyes. We've seen the killer eyes before, but, I mean, nothing is hurting him tonight. And look at this. He's taking that turnbuckle.
Oh, gosh, he's digging that turnbuckle, that hook into the mouth of the Monarch. Oh, goodness gracious, the brutality.
That's disgusting, putting that hook into it. You know where that's been? That's horrible. It's disgusting. Break it open his mouth.
I have a feeling you'd be all for it if it was Jeremy Wyatt putting the
definitely
hook
would.
in the mouth of Jack. Look at that. He just dumped Jack Foster over the top rope.
Oh, yes.
What is he doing now?
Hang him.
Look at that. He's choking. Look at the look in the eyes of Jack Foster. He's gone limp.
Come on.
He's limp. This match could be over. Referee Nick Chin.
Look at this. He's choking him out completely.
Oh my gosh, he is limp. I can't even. Look, Jack Foster just came to before that third.
He's awake. How did he wake up? I thought he was choked out.
That is unbelievable. I could have sworn Jack Foster was out, and now he has come to, and he's enraged, and he gets put down with a knee. I cannot believe what we're seeing. I thought Jack Foster was done after being hung over that top rope.
Did you see him? He was there like a sack of potatoes. He wasn't even moving.
Cross body block from the Monarch to the outside, and both men are down on the floor here of the Scottish Rite Temple.
Everything's going the way of the Monarch at this point. He just has to get him rolled back in that ring and cover him. Let's go. Wyatt, you got this.
I have never seen, out of all the matches I've been privileged to call here in the NWL, I have never seen a war like this before. These two men absolutely hate each other, and they're beating the tar out of one another tonight here in front of all the NWL fans.
Look at this. Wyatt trying to soak in the adulation before he takes out Jack Foster. Choking him out with the chain. Now they've got that bottom rope. This ring is getting destroyed tonight.
Look at those just hard right hands of Jeremy Wyatt raining down.
I told you. Let's do the Macho Man elbow with the chain. Yes.
He might be getting the official commentator of the Foundation signals here, and it looks like he may be, in fact, going up for that tribute to Macho Man Randy Savage.
Here we go.
That elbow drop.
It's over. It's over. Oh, yeah, it's over.
Well, look, Jack Foster may not be done yet. He's pulling on that chain. He wants to yank the Monarch off, and sure enough, the Monarch goes crashing into the middle of our canvas here, and Jack Foster is not done with him yet.
That would have been over. And look at this, crowd behind Foster right now. They see that he's wavering. They see he's about to lose it all.
Oh, look at that. That size 16 boot almost kicked Wyatt out of his own boots, and now a clothesline takes down Jeremy Wyatt.
No, choke slam, no. Come on, Wyatt, wake up,
Foster
come on.
setting up for that big choke slam. Oh, did you see that? He went back to that hand.
Look at, oh no.
Oh, look at this. Here's that Morishima driver. Just drove the head and neck of Jeremy Wyatt into the ring. This could be it.
Come on, Wyatt, wake up.
Rolling him over, referee Nick Chin.
No.
1, 2.
Get up.
No! And Jeremy Wyatt kicks out.
Both of these guys have been put through hell tonight. You had this chain wrapped around both of their necks. Jeremy Wyatt busted open, Jack Foster passing out during the middle of this match, and it's still going on. Does Foster even know where he's at this point? Is he just running on adrenaline?
He may still be dazed from being choked out over that top rope. I mean, I saw him go limp. And look at this, Jeremy Wyatt scrambling once again for that. I thought he was going for that steel hook again, but Jack Foster just shoulder blocked Jeremy Wyatt. He's just running on instinct, going for a cover, and here's 2. Once again, only gets a 2 count on the Monarch.
Now this is Wyatt's match. He has to win this tonight. He always wins these brutal matches. I mean, I've seen this guy get his nipple torn off in a barbed wire rope match. He's not going to lose this match tonight.
Jeremy Wyatt seems to be once again on Dream Street. Jack Foster looking for that big choke slam, and once again Wyatt fights his way out of it. And Foster just his head just met that steel chair that was propped up in the corner.
It'd been there for so long, I forgot it was there. Look at lightning spiral.
Wyatt spiral there. The lightning spiral connects, and Jack Foster, I think I saw the back of his head land on that chain.
Here we go. Finally, we get to see it. Yes. Macho Man elbow. Here we go. It's over.
Jeremy Wyatt mounting the top rope, skinning the cat to get up there, and from the heavens drops the elbow right into the heart of the man, Jack Foster. 2
and 3.
No!
What? Come on. Nick Chin, get in position.
Foster kicks out, puts that left shoulder up just in the nick of time. This match continues here on NWL TV.
Here we go. Take the chair, bash him in the head again. Couple more times, another elbow. It's got to be over at that point.
Fans at home must be drinking 3 or 4 shots now as you wish another maiming on Jack Foster. Oh gosh, that steel chair crashing down on the back 2 times. Make that 3. Goodness gracious, that chair is mangled after meeting the flesh of Jack Foster.
Don't stop. What's Wyatt doing now?
Wyatt doing his own spear on Jack Foster. Could this be it? No! Oh, Jack Foster just got the left shoulder up.
He almost beat him with his own move there, taking the Foster spear, using it against him, and Foster's still down in a heap. Let's go. One more time. What's this?
Did you see the velocity that Jeremy Wyatt launched himself at Jack Foster? It was like he was shot out of a cannon and almost picked up a victory over Jack Foster.
Now Jeremy Wyatt decides to tear up the rest of the ring at this point as he's taking off the apron, unraveling the rope. Why are people destroying the ring tonight?
What does Jeremy Wyatt have planned here? He is literally tearing apart the canvas and the apron here at the Scottish Rite Temple. I shudder to think what this man has planned, what he has in store for Jack Foster.
Throwing the chair back
A la Terry Funk there.
Hitting the head of Jack Foster with that chair as he continues to try to take apart this ring, take all the ropes off those sides. What's he have in mind? What could he possibly be doing, Ben?
Just as soon as Jack Foster was starting to stir, Jeremy Wyatt pegged him right in the face with a steel chair. I do not like where this is going, what this means for Jack Foster.
Maybe he wants to expose that just steel side right there. He wants to ram Jack Foster's head into the side. Maybe that's what it is.
Nothing would make you more. Look, he's taking that protective padding from underneath the canvas here.
You do whatever it takes to win, man. That's what happens. If you played sports, you would have known that.
And all you naysayers and doubters at home, that is what a professional wrestling ring is made out of. That's what these men do for a living, and it looks like Jeremy Wyatt is he's exposing those boards, those thick boards underneath that padding. This is not good for Jack Foster.
The 2x12s are now out in the open, and he wants to sit here and maybe he wants to just pile drive them right on top of those boards.
That's exactly what the Monarch is setting to do, and Jack Foster back body drops the Monarch on those boards that are just covered by that thin canvas.
Come on. Wyatt, you had the great idea. Now let's just execute it. Come on.
Look at this. Jack Foster has that big hand wrapped around it yet again. The Monarch refuses to lose here tonight. Ever the fighter is the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt.
Look at that. The choke drum's going to happen, but Jack Foster continues. Like I said, he's just in this different gear tonight.
Jack Foster refuses to lose, has that hand wrapped around the throat, and good God, his head just bounced off those boards. 2, 3, and that's it. This dog collar match is in the books, and somebody needs to go check on the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt.
His back has to be broken after going just straight on that wood. Come on.
Jeremy Wyatt exposed those boards, and it backfired in his face in the most dramatic of fashions as Jack Foster chokeslams the Monarch once and for all. And I think this war has been settled by the man from Blackwater.
I was waiting for Midnight Guthrie to make the announcement, but I forgot he's over there in a heap of human flesh over there with the timekeeper. He's not even awake to do it, but Jack Foster somehow, some way defeats Jeremy Wyatt. Jeremy Wyatt had the great plan. He wanted to take out the big man by pile driving that head of his straight into that wood, but like you said, it backfired horribly.
Nothing could stop Jack Foster tonight. Everything the Monarch threw at him, Jack Foster had a reply to. He finally got his just dessert against the Monarch in the Foundation. This was a war.
Can't believe Jack Foster lived and won this match, and obviously we've seen it. He's got a lot of emotion riding on this. Not only have we talked about how he stayed away from pro wrestling for years, but he then told everyone, told the world that he has a wife and child, and he does this for them, and he wanted to walk out victorious after the Foundation had gotten the better of him for so many weeks, so many months, but now he gets some retribution tonight.
Wait, what is this? Major Baisden. This match is over. Maybe Major's coming out to check on both of these combatants. I mean, this was a war we've witnessed here tonight, but Major Baisden is making a beat with Jack Foster.
What's this? What's he gonna say?
Jack, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yes, it was. Okay.
You and I haven't had too many conversations, but I know this. You are a tough SOB. And you are the biggest man in that locker room. And you are professional wrestling.
Yes, amen to that, Major.
And I need you on my team on November 10th. I need you to be my anchor.
What?
Wow, what did he's asking.
Let's end this once and for all.
The company's going to be on the line November 10th at Overland Park, and he is asking Jack Foster to side with him. There we go, the handshake seals the deal, and Jack Foster looks like he's on Team Major Baisden for that huge 5-on-5 man competition.
So based on what we know at this point, Team Major Baisden is Thor, Mike Outlaw, the besties in the world, and now Jack Foster taking on the Howlets and the Foundation for the future of the control of this company. This is going to be an amazing match, and Jack Foster, what a coup that is for Major Baisden.
That'll be happening right here on NWL TV in just a few weeks, folks. If you want to catch action like this, go to NWLeague.com, click on the events banner, and get your tickets now for when the NWL is in your area. Kudos to Jack Foster tonight in a tremendous main event. We got to wrap this up. For Ryan McGillicuddy, I'm Ben Miller. Good night and good fight. We'll see you next time.